And we're back. Pointing goodies, everyone. This is the Gorilla Talk podcast. We are here on the Rawrrzone Media YouTube. Remember, catch us at www.rawrzonenyc.com. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, my partner in this, Mr. Anthony Loves Wrestling. Amazon decided to fuck Ace Bradley really bad, so he is stuck training on a double right now, but hopefully we will catch him after the give back. Hopefully not quitting his job, but still. But we have a special guest today who's coming to chill with us because our other boy, Hazel, is going on a hiatus to take care of himself and to do the finer things in life. So we happy for him because we all want each other to get better. So, but we got our mans here. The man, the Mr. Legend, Mr. Eric Preston, the comedian himself. Woohoo!
What's going on? What's up?
And very impartial to AEW to where I'm just a Simon Cowell.
So listen. Even though, because before this, Anthony want to go talk about how I went and saw an AEW show. Mind you, this man will go and say, fuck AEW, fuck Tony Khan, fuck.
Okay, let me explain this. This was when MJF was a champion and he was with Adam Cole. That shit was good. That card was a good card. Again, just Tony Khan's got to learn on how to limit the card. I got there at 6 o'clock. Show started at 7:30. The main card started at 8. Didn't end till midnight.
Hey, I hear you, but hey, man, we got 5 matches a night at WrestleMania. Okay, yeah. All right. You know what? I'm not even mad at that. I'm not mad if I'm there from 7:30 and they wrestle until midnight. I got no problem. Okay, I ain't had to watch 4 hours of ads to watch 4 matches. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. You gotta.
We spent our childhood staying up to watch WrestleMania to 12:01 in the morning, and now we're bitching about AEW show being like 5-6 hours long. Okay, granted, I'm gonna do that because I have
14 matches. We don't need. Hey,
listen.
What I'm saying, hold on.
I'm okay with 14.
Okay, well, if you were to split up the 14 into 2 nights, okay, but giving us 14 matches in one night.
Oh man, it's okay. Listen, not all of them are 10 minutes.
I enjoyed the show though. I thought it was a good show. The ending of the MJF Samoa that ending kind of threw me off though. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of weak.
I haven't seen AEW since Darby got the title after Dynasty.
Yeah, it's boring.
Wow.
That's all it's been.
Do you see what I was talking about now?
Wow.
Yeah, AEW is boring. It's not boring. It's the title run. You took the belt off MJF to just give it to Darby Allin to now to just give it back to MJF.
I mean, hey, sometimes, man, listen, I do a lot of writing for independent circuits and stuff like that. And sometimes you're trying something. Also, we as fans are very spoiled, I believe, by certain people when you get to a certain length. So everybody is going to complain that, oh, he had a 3-month title reign. It wasn't long enough. He needs a lengthy run. And it's like, yo, not every run needs to be 9 months, a year and a half. It doesn't need to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, a year title run was unheard of at one point in time. And now it seems that like fans want that on a regular, and it really can't be. Like your top guys are always going to kind of be your top guys, and the juggle of the belts going to go there. And sometimes you get a dude that, hey, we tried it, it didn't run. Darby Allin just in his Jey Uso run right now, and that's over. It ain't working.
Damn, not the
But
Jey Uso run though.
It ain't working.
but just explain this to me though, because to me, like, where did that make any sense? You took the belt off MJF to put it on an ice cold Darby Allin. Darby Allin was just doing like open challenges just to put it back on MJF.
But how do
You're
we
gonna
know that MJF didn't just need that little reset because of whatever movie crap or whatever he's doing behind the scenes?
I don't
Because
think
Yeah,
some
he
I
needed,
haven't
because
heard
he was
too
still on
much.
TV.
I
He
haven't
was still
heard
on
too much,
TV.
but I think sometimes it's maybe they're pivoting towards another story direction. So like, all right, cool example. Becky Lynch giving Maxine losing the belt to Maxine Dupree, and then having that little itty bitty thing for Maxine for a second. Tried it, see if it worked. It didn't work. We're gonna pivot, put Becky and AJ back on the map because this is the direction we're going. Um,
I
sometimes
don't
it's just a transition. It is just a transition sometimes to give somebody else something to do in the meantime. This could have been. We're going to see how it happens. If they respond well to Darby, then maybe we keep going in this direction. If they don't respond to him, then we repivot and go back. And that's what I think a lot of it was. I think a
See,
lot of it was we just repivoted and went back.
but see, my issue is like I do enjoy Darby Allen. I'm not saying I don't. I do enjoy Darby.
I like the skateboard.
Yeah, I like the gimmick. I like his thing. I do. I like his shtick. It's not about him. It's about like it is about him because in a way because it's like this guy went and climbed Mount Everest, comes back, challenges MJF for you put him in a program with the Death Riders. I completely blanked on their name for a minute.
I think it's ballsy though. Go Mount Everest and challenge fucking MJF.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, like but that's my thing is like he you did not give like you didn't try to heat him back up for us. Put him in some have him kind of fight to come back up. He comes back and he's going right after the Death Riders, and then after the Death Riders thing, they go right. He's going right after MJF for the title, and then you have him drop the title to Darby. Darby was ice cold.
You want to know the simple explanation? The very, the very simplest explanation that it comes down to. AEW, for as good of a wrestling, and I'm gonna use this term that way, for as good as a wrestling promotion that they are, their stories are typically ass. That's it. That's as
I
simple
agree.
as it gets. Their stories are like if somebody could find a happy medium with like WWE's storytelling ability and AEW's wrestling, if you could put those together, boy, you have lightning in a bottle. The problem is we get great storylines with WWE, but we don't get the wrestling matches to back it up. And then for AEW, we get great matches, but the
But not
storylines are so butt cheeks and
exactly.
so rudimentary, it doesn't really add up to each other. That's the simple explanation. AEW doesn't have good story writers. It's just literally that simple. And to be honest with you, sometimes they try to overcomplicate things, and WWE does it as well. Simple storytelling often is the best. It's often the best. I'll give you an example. Gunther's run before WrestleMania. The run was simple. The John Cena run, very easy. John, you're old. You're on your way out. You're going out to pasture. You say you never give up. I'm going to make you tap. Very simple.
Yeah,
Very easy. Easy storytelling. This AJ thing, the same thing with AJ Styles. Hey, AJ, You're old. You're on your way out. I'm gonna send you packing, just like I did John. It's very simple
No
storytelling. You have
filter.
a heel, you have a face, and they're able to make magic, and then they're able to go out and put on a great match with each other to top it all off. But
Okay.
the story is simple. The old lion versus the younger lion. The young lion sending the old motherfucker out the pasture. Simple.
Yeah, but what I want to know is your opinion of the title match that Gunther had with Jey Uso last year, to where he
Yeah,
won the title. What did you
yeah.
think of that?
I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. I understand where they tried to go with Jay. Jay was so over with the fans. He was so amazingly hot. And hey, we're going to put the title on you. We're going to put the rocket on you, and we're going to see where it goes. And still, he was incredibly over with the fans. Still is incredibly over with the fans. But everything else that comes with it wasn't there. You couldn't, you're so gassed from the eating, you don't have the energy to cut a promo properly. You, then your single work isn't as good as your tag work because you're not used to wrestling for 20 minutes on your own. So it
Yeah.
becomes a different thing. Like there's only so much that can take you. There's
I
only so
mean,
much that can take you.
for me, I think what they did with that match, because prior to that match at Mania with Jey Uso and Gunther, he sat there and he told Gunther, "I'm going to show you a side of me that you just woke up." But then we get to the match. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
That's simple too because remember now they're building Gunther heading into the summer that he's going to have. That's going to be against John. That's going to be like we know John's retirement thing coming up. Gunther's really the only logical choice to have to beat John at that point. Um, as you're looking into everything that's going on, it was okay, Jay. Like, yeah, you did that. You like show me that side, and unfortunately, that side isn't good enough to be with me, and that kind of starts where Gunther was going. That starts the like, yeah, you may be, but like, like Gunther didn't lose the title clean to begin with when he lost to that other time. Was it the Seth? I want to say.
I think so.
Was it the Seth? I think it was, but like that wasn't a clean look because you had to protect Gunther in a certain way, so you had him lose kind of not clean. Or whatever, however that went. I can't remember off the top of my head how it ended up when he lost that title. Um, but like you're starting. This is the problem. Um, they're bringing back house shows. Thank God for WWE. They're bringing back house shows.
I love the
Um,
house shows. Wait, like I'm not
they're
gonna
bring,
lie, like that was my first WWE show with a house show.
they're bringing them back, but the problem is, I mean, you also had a lot of things go wrong. So like you tried to build Braun Breaker as a legit heel on his own. It kind of didn't really work. So you put the vision in, then Seth gets hurt, then this person gets hurt, then another person gets hurt. Everybody's kind of scrambling towards storylines. Like, I don't think this WrestleMania is anything how it was supposed to look 8 months ago.
Well, yeah, because we were gonna get I forgot there was two matches that we were supposed to get,
We were
and we
supposed to
didn't
get
get.
Punk and weren't we supposed to get another Punk and Seth instead of Seth and and Punk? I mean
No,
Roman and Punk.
I think it was supposed to be Roman and Cody, and then
no.
I don't know. I like there was so many different fucking avenues that they were going with it.
Yeah, there was a lot of different ways
Oh no,
Personally,
Braun Breaker and Rollins. That's what it was supposed to be at Mania.
yeah, and thankfully, and Braun was hurt, and then they shoehorned the Gunther match in because
Right,
again,
right. I remember
a
now.
lot of people got hurt, and a lot of people, and it still is happening where a lot of people are getting hurt, and storylines are just kind of all
Yeah.
over, and they're trying to
Pivoting.
make shit work right now, which I understand, but uh, man, y'all gotta give us the wrestling to talk about. Can we talk about Backlash real quick, y'all? Do y'all
Yeah,
mind? Can we talk about?
we we could definitely recap it because we did the reactions, and I was so upset
Cool.
because I didn't make my bingo.
So like this is the thing about Seth Rollins. Seth is slowing down.
Yeah.
Them injuries are starting to catch up. Them injuries are starting to catch up to him. I don't think he's fully healthy. I don't think he's fully healthy at all. Braun, I'm not a Braun Breaker guy. I'm here to say it. I'm not a Braun Breaker guy.
But is it wait? But Braun Breaker, the whole the whole character, or like him, or is it
It's
because he's also a Steiner, a Steiner heir? Because I feel like a
okay.
lot.
So don't like that whole family. So throw them out. I don't really care. Don't really care. But I will say this about Braun. I
Okay.
think Braun is incredibly talented. I think Braun has the potential to be a superstar. The problem is Braun's gimmick right now. You do not know what to do with him. He does not wrestle like a heel. His promos, I don't want to hear his voice. Like you're this big jacked guy, your voice is squeaky, and present as you don't even present as a heel. Even when he wrestled Punk a few months ago for the title, and he loses. Even in that match, if you go back and watch it, he was wrestling and responding to the fans as if he was a face. And
Yeah.
you don't know what like even go back to the beginning of the vision. We'll go back to the beginning of the vision.
Okay.
Three straight weeks. Braun Breaker did three different things with his gimmick that made no sense. The first week he came out with the vision, he came out all black suit, like an enforcer, sunglasses on, looking cool. All right, if that's what you're going to go for and you're going to be the enforcer in this role, that's great. The very next week, he comes out in jeans and a leather jacket.
We're going Triple
Where,
H.
where's the consistency? So then the third week, it's like he's just out there in wrestling gear. Bro, what's going on? What are we doing with your gimmick? Are you going to be the suited enforcer or are you going to be this biker dude? Which part of your gimmick is it going to be? Because I don't know. And if
I
I don't
think
know what your gimmick is, I can't follow you. So even if you're being a heel, what are you being? What is the core of Braun Breaker? If you're going to give him a mouthpiece with Paul Heyman, beautiful. Do that. Let Paul be the mouthpiece. And if you're going to
he
learn
was,
like
yeah.
Roman did,
Yo, but Paul
if
is
you're,
another thing though. But Paul here, I love Paul Heyman to death. He is a fellow photographer till the day I die. But that man doesn't know whether he's advocating for the vision. He don't know if he's advocating for Braun Breaker, CM Punk, Brock
First of
Lesnar.
all,
He needs to make up
first
his
of all,
mind.
here's here's my thing right off the bat with that. You need to fucking separate Logan Paul and Austin Theory from the vision. Because that to
I
me,
agree with that. I
and
agree with
and
that.
just and you need to have Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. Have it be that. Just Braun
You know
Breaker and
what?
Paul Heyman.
I agree with that because you know what the funny thing about when they put the vision together all the way when you had Seth, Paul, Logan, Bronson, it was like, okay, I'm gonna be real. Say what you want about Logan Paul, hate him or like him, whatever. Logan don't need a mouthpiece. He don't.
No, we don't.
Logan don't need a mouthpiece. He's fine.
He
Logan
don't
don't
know.
need it. Seth doesn't need a mouthpiece. He's Seth freaking Rollins. He don't need a mouthpiece. The guys that need it if you can argue, you could say I would love when Bronson Reed comes back. If you just have Logan, Bronson Reed, and Austin go be their thing, Paul advocates and helps Braun Breaker, and what we end this Seth Rollins experiment is done for. I don't really care about the story anymore. Cool.
Because to me, on Monday night when you had the vision in the back and he went and Braun was like, you gotta, oh, I'm gonna put Austin Theory against. And I'm like sitting there going, how is this making any fucking sense when he's got beef with Braun Breaker? How is this
Yeah,
making any sense? But then it's like, as Paul Heyman started talking, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But okay, great, you did something and it made sense. Braun Breaker could come out at the end of the match, even though fucking Paul Heyman spoiled it. He's good. Seth Rollins is going to win the match. You're going to come out and you could destroy him. But okay, great. But why did we need that? One, why did we need that? Two, make get like I said, get Austin Theory and Logan Paul away from the vision, and let it be Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. That's it. Why? Like, we don't need this shit.
I think it's too many hands in the cookie jar right now. I think that's too many people are trying to write. Too many people are. Again, simplicity is better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, like, I think that they're trying to. They're trying to guess where we're trying to go right now, and there's no clear direction. Like, I don't want to keep watching Seth and Braun. I feel like that kind of ended at Backlash. What's the point? The Street Profits really don't want anything to do with, Seth Rollins like that. Which, by the way, shout out to seeing them on TV finally again. All it took was Montez being at home for 8 months getting Bianca
Thank
pregnant
God.
for him to be like, well,
I love the Street Profits.
When they came in
clearly you can't be
helped
trusted
out
at
in the
home.
match, oh my god.
I'm
Bro,
actually,
Montez
I'm
got
upset.
jacked.
I think that was
Oh
the
man,
best
they've
thing
been that way.
with the storytelling.
Your simplicity, man, it's easy.
They
Simple
started
is easy.
they they started off saying now we don't fuck with Seth, but then but we don't really like these guys though, and this guy's finding the people we don't like, and they from A to B, and then Dawkins came out, then Montez came out. It's like, oh shit, he
Well,
got
no,
friends.
I think that they're finally going to break those two up. Um, I think it's going to happen. I don't want it to right now because WWE needs to rebuild their tag team division because it is absolute
dog shit.
Garbage.
nothing right now. So like I think the Street Profits are needed. But like, man, I would have loved to see a program. I still think we're going to get it. I would love to see a program with Montez Ford and Javon Evans.
Oh.
And Javon and Montez kind of trying to do what Kofi was trying to kind of do a little bit, which was like bring Javon under and say, hey, kid, you really, like you young, but you need some grit to you. You need somebody to show you how shit really get done around here. And Montez Ford is the perfect person to
But
help
now, wait a
elevate
minute.
Javon Evans to the next level.
But now, here's my question. Now, Montez Ford as a heel or Montez Ford as a babyface?
To be honest with you, I like Montez. I'm a Montez Ford guy. I'm a Montez Ford guy. So Montez could do no wrong for me. Either or, I think it would be good for Javon Evans. I think they're kind of giving it to him in this feud now. But like he needs something to give him just a little bit of grit to his character. Like, hey man, aren't you just tired of just being happy to be here? Don't you want to start kicking ass and winning? You know what I'm saying? Like something like that is going to have to take Javon Evans from where he is to being the star that he is. Now, granted, I will say this: it doesn't need to happen immediately because Javon's 21 years old and he's going to be a star for a very long time. But
Yeah,
him and Montez would be prime time television.
I think Montez would be like a good like medium of both because I liked him as a heel, but he's also a great babyface, so he could put them over, but still be kind of a dick enough to teach him a lesson, though.
I think it would be. I think it would be. I mean, like even imagine if we got Leon Slater. You know, when we get Leon Slater over, and you have a nice little faction of Montez Ford, Javon Evans, and Leon Slater. And Montez is being the owner guy that's showing them how to really get to that next level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have all the makings for a really good faction in the future with them three. I mean, honestly, even Angelo Dawkins and Montez, if you bring Javon in some way, shape, or form, but man, I think we have a really good opportunity. We have a lot of really, really good young superstars in WWE that they need to start
utilizing.
using properly, utilizing properly.
Yeah.
Because we're Carmelo Hayes been.
So, Eric, as a writer, right? Because you
Uh huh.
said you write for independent wrestling promotion.
Yes.
Um, in your professional opinion, you said there's too many hands in the cookie jar. Do you think it's more the actual writing team? Do you think it's Nick Khan and Trips, or is it TKO that is really doing it at the moment?
Only TKO and that AI can have this bad of writing that they're doing right now.
I said that too.
Only TKO in this A because listen, there are guys, and this is why you still need veterans. This is why you need the CM Punks of the world. This is why you need the Roman Reigns. This is why you need Paul Heyman's. This is why you need guys that can also write their own script and say, "This is my next 6 months. This is what I'm doing because this is what my character is, and this is where we're going to go." Um, I think a lot of it is bad AI writing. I think a lot of it is TKO writing more to I want to say the non fans who are just people that are watching the stars right now. You know, they want to see the stars come in. Not so much the Logan Pauls anymore. I won't put him in that category. But the guys who are coming over that are watching from I Show Speed, shout out to him, by the way. Great performer. But the little Yachty fan base who maybe not aren't fans like that, but they watching Jelly Roll and they watching Lil Yachty.
Fuck Lil Yachty. That's
And I
fucking
agree.
bullshit. I can't.
But I think a lot of that is what's going on, and I don't think Triple H has enough control to say if you let me do this, it's so much better. You know what I'm saying? Because like after Backlash, we have not had good storylines after Backlash whatsoever.
No.
I like what they're
Like
doing with Becky and Sol Ruka, though.
I I like it. I like it, but that's also I like Soul Ruka. Like I think she's a little too young in the game right now. Um,
See,
this is me personally, and this is I really like Soul Ruka. But can you tell me anything besides doing flips? But besides doing flips, tell me anything Soul Ruka does in the ring better than Roxanne Perez.
No,
exactly.
that's a valid point. I also just feel like they grouped Roxanne with the Judgment Day so quick they won't give her a chance to have an individual identity though.
She will now. Granted, I think Roxanne is younger than Soul Ruka still. Um, Like she's the prodigy for a reason, and she's kind of in that Javon Evans type of
I
camp
think they
where like
brought, but I think they brought her up too soon.
Roxanne. No, Roxanne was ready. No, Roxanne was ready. Roxanne was
No, yeah,
100% ready to
but I understand that, but it's like, you know, she's getting a rub from, like, okay, Liv Morgan, who's been in the been that has been in WWE for a solid minute, and like but I can't even remember, what the fuck is her
Raquel
Raquel.
name?
Rodriguez. There'll
Yeah,
be no Raquel slander. I love me some Raquel.
I love Raquel too. Ah, two against
useless.
one.
She's useless. Her career is fucking useless.
Hell,
She's
wait a minute.
But
pointless.
that storyline
Kevin
is. That
Nash
storyline
Kevin
is.
Nash told her to start wrestling bigger last year, and damn it, she listened. And the second she started wrestling bigger last year, boy, she was on the shooting star. I don't know why they decided not to put the rocket on her, like, and give her that Royal Rumble story. But man, Raquel has been a top women's wrestler. I'm talking like just the wrestling ability. She's been one of the best women wrestlers over the past 8 to 9 months, with no question. Just off of listening to Kevin Nash and Wrestling Bigger.
Her fucking moveset sucks. She wrestles. She wrestles like she's fucking having like the worst sex of her life.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Listen, I'm not gonna take Raquel
I didn't get.
Rodriguez slander. I'm
First of
it's
all, she's Latina.
I
There's no such thing as bad sex. What the hell,
at
bro?
all. Okay,
At
at
all.
all. That
At
you
all.
leave
That's
that big
insulting.
giant. I used to think Raquel Rodriguez was Tamina with good knees. I used to say the same thing. Okay, at one point, but then she started wrestling bigger, and boy, is she good. Okay, but anyway, yes,
Wrestling bigger doesn't mean
Roxanne
wrestling
got a
shittier. I
Roxanne.
I didn't mean to say
Roxanne's
that
getting a
part.
rub from Liz. You meant it, and it's okay. It's not
You
okay,
meant
but
it.
Roxanne's getting a great rub from Liv, and I think she's understanding more and more how this is working. But like for Sol Ruka to come up and instantly be in the IC title ring shot, um,
I mean, there's so many other choices, but at the same time, it's like the way they're going with the storyline is kind of ass for
you
their
know they
daily.
kind of need it, because I feel like Becky's going to go back up to the main card. I mean, to the
Main
top of
event.
the card soon, because they need her. I'm not. They need her.
Yeah, they do.
They need her. She has elevated that IC title. She's done great with it. Becky, I'm not a Becky Lynch. I'm not a huge Becky Lynch guy, but heel Becky, top tier worker. I love her. Um,
Now I
but
have a
she's
question for
elevated that
you,
title. What's up?
real quick. Now I agree. I want Becky to go back up to the main card because that's where I feel she's great at. But now, what would you do? Would you keep her at Raw, or would you put her on SmackDown?
I think she needs to go to SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean
Man,
that's what
come to
I'm thinking too.
SmackDown.
Because like that show has, they only have like Cody and fucking Drew.
I mean, well, they need to. I think they did kind of low key move Gunther over to SmackDown, which is something I pitched right after Mania. And I pitched it before Mania. I thought it was needed. I pitched that going into like the Rumble after Gunther beats AJ. You have him come out, win the Rumble, and then go to SmackDown and challenge Cody. Boom! That sells itself. That sells itself. Um, I thought that should have happened a little bit quicker. Also, SmackDown needs credible heels. Gunther is a credible top of the line heel, something SmackDown needs. Since we don't have Naomi, since Montez got Bianca pregnant too, other women are hurt. SmackDown needs top flight women. They
So
could use. I mean, I don't know how much longer Chelsea Green is going to be out. But I'm a Chelsea Green guy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a Chelsea
I like
Green guy.
Chelsea.
She's
I,
I'm not gonna say she's great, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that she's great, but for what she does and where she is on the card, I think she's doing well.
okay. I have a
She's
question for you. I have a question for you, Anthony.
Go ahead.
I have a question for you. Are you familiar with Lucha Underground?
Yes, I am,
Okay.
I saw highlights. But here's my problem.
Fuck the highlights.
Okay,
Fuck the highlights. Go watch Chelsea Green
hold on.
as Reclusa versus Penta. Tell me
I
she
swear,
don't.
dude.
Wait,
It's a great time.
if I put it on, are we gonna get flagged?
No, maybe. No, I don't know because I don't know if their thing is if their match is official. Well, Lucha Underground was done anyway, so.
Yeah.
But like, man, like
But here's my
she can
thing.
go.
No, here's my thing. She's great. I've seen some matches with her from when she was in the Indies. She murdered it. I have nothing ill will to say about her. I'm just not a fan of how WWE is using her now. I think she should have more steam.
I
You
mean,
know,
last year she was hotter than fish grease when she won that U.S. title,
what I
and she
mean,
had that thing piping hot. And then I don't know. Listen, that's all. We can blame Michael Hayes. It's Michael Hayes' fault for saying he thinks Chelsea Green is just an enhancement talent, which is insanity still. I still
yes,
say
that's
fuck
what I'm
Michael Hayes
saying.
for that. Like, fuck Michael Hayes for saying that crazy shit. But she's so much more, and she gets everything they gave her. She got over
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
everything,
yeah. I'm not.
everything, and she
Hold on. I'm not talking shit about her. I think.
okay.
I mean, because I saw her. I saw her do that. The title match with. Oh my god. Fuck. She's a baddie now.
Was it
Mia
Fab,
Yim. Mia
yeah,
Yim.
okay.
okay? Oh yeah, Mission.
Yeah. Um. I was sitting there watching that match. Like I went to the show, and I like the
Okay,
Saturday Night Main Event that she was on.
yeah.
Thanks to my now wife because she got me those tickets for Christmas. But
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
I'm
the
to
sitting,
her.
but I'm sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm like, why isn't this woman on an upper card? Why isn't she on in the main event scene? Why aren't you building her to do that?
Because WWE, so they listen and then they don't listen. So like Chelsea Green's moving merch, Jay Uso is moving merch. Danhausen is on TV as much as we see him because he's moving merch. But sometimes they don't listen. Sometimes
Like,
they do not listen to the fans, and they should. Again, only seeing Chelsea Green as enhancement talent is crazy, but
yeah, like
they aren't
there
listening. But
was
hopefully, when she comes back,
I don't know if it was on Unreal or it was on something else that she did, but she was supposed to be on a SmackDown or an elimination chamber in her hometown, and they scratched
yeah,
her match.
it
Like she
was
was so like
insane.
that was
I felt
unreal.
bad for her. Oh, it
But
was Unreal. Okay.
you saw what Undertaker said. Undertaker said, "Oh, y'all don't want to use her here? Cool, give her to me in Mexico. Watch what I do with her." And instantly, she got over in Mexico, got back over in NXT, got back over. Then unfortunately got hurt. But that's the problem. A lot of your people are hurt. So again, we need
You need to fill
credible
those voids.
heel
When is Kevin
women.
Owens coming back? When is Randy coming
Apparently back
back?
in June. Apparently in June, Kevin's coming back.
What about
Hubby,
Randy?
we don't
From
know.
Randy closer to SummerSlam.
He
But you got to
he
remember too. Brady's in his mid 40s. He's beat up. He's older. There's a lot of miles on those bodies. So
But you know what?
I'll give Randy some grace.
But why not? I forgot what I was watching. I think I was watching I was watching a Chris Van Vliet episode. And I was like, why don't you like and what they said, what Chris Van Vliet said and Will Sasso said was take you have your older guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take those veterans, guys like Randy Orton, like when he's done, when he's retired, make them managers for these young talent, for the young talent, or for talent that they feel that need to be over more.
I mean,
I
not
think that's
everyone's a manager though. Like you could tell there's some talent that's just not meant to be a manager. Maybe a coach behind the scenes. Like
that too, but you could help, like that person could help them get over more.
But so that's what you're seeing now. A lot of older guys are kind of doing that. We're seeing a lot of the passing of the torches, if you will. So like we're seeing the older guys move on. We've seen AJ and John pass the torch to Gunther. We've seen old LeBrock kind of, well, Jesus, I don't know. Oh my God, I guess we're going to talk about it.
we're gonna talk
Um,
about it after this. So
Brock was supposed to pass the torch to Oba, and then I don't know how they convinced him to come back. I don't know what the hell they did, but it means nothing. That WrestleMania moment means absolutely nothing now, and I hate it. I
Well,
absolutely hate it.
wait a minute, hold on. That moment could have just been that was his last WrestleMania that he's able to wrestle at. We're
Nah, nah, nah,
talking,
nah.
no,
You don't take off your boots. You don't take off your boots and your gloves
but
and,
notice,
and leave them
but
in the
here's the
ring.
thing: you have to notice. He took him off
but
at
he
Mania,
also,
but he never came out and officially said, "I am
but
retiring."
but don't stick it on that stupid technicality because they dead talked about his health. The man
You want
said
to know
if
who
he
else didn't?
fights, he's gonna explode.
You know who didn't say they were retiring too? They just did it after WrestleMania. Stone Cold Steve Austin. You
No,
remember that?
but he had to
He
keep
didn't announce it.
kayfabe. Kayfabe is bullshit now. There's no such thing as
Kayfabe
kayfabe
is
anymore.
Josh was out. Oh, what up? Oh, that's my guy Josh from the group chat. Shout out my dog. That's my man.
Shout out to
Um,
Josh.
Shout out to Josh. That's my guy. Um, no, so like, all right, this is where it pisses me off, and where specifically, AJ loses the Gunther, and everybody had the discourse about AJ going, oh, he's going to go to AEW for last run. He's going to go back to TNA for one last run. And I was the person kicking the tires and going, AJ knows and means a lot to the business of wrestling. If AJ was to have this retirement go and then in 6 months go to TNA, then that retirement means absolutely nothing. And AJ Styles is too big of a lover of the business of wrestling to do wrestling in that fashion. I thought the same thing for Brock Lesnar. I thought it was the exact same, and obviously it means nothing. And that is shitty for Oba. That's shitty for her. That's shitty for wrestling as a whole. It's shitty because you had Paul Heyman crying his eyes out for 3 weeks.
Because that's his last
It was
Mania.
just all right,
That was
cool.
that was his.
But even if that was the case, he could have also just said that. If we're gonna go on,
Right.
well, he technically didn't say I'm retiring.
That's a
But
terrible thing.
no,
And
but
listen, this was my
nobody,
last
nobody.
minute.
He never. But here's the thing: nobody ever said anything about him retiring. Nothing was
Be-
brought out. Hold on,
Because the thing is, you
hold
don't
on.
have to.
But
He
well, with
talked,
John, we knew win or
but,
lose, John was going to retire.
but
We
he
knew
came
win or
out
lose,
about
John
his
Cena was going to
health.
retire.
But he came out about his health. He said if he wrestles, his fucking intestines are gonna explode, bro.
Cool. I hear you. I'm hearing you. Cool. When Taker left his boots in the ring, what did that
5 times.
When John left his boots in the ring or left his sneaks, what did that mean?
Adios.
Like when you hanging it up, that's a signal saying in wrestling that you're hanging it up. So now you're gonna hit me with the Seth Rollins from last year. I'm hurt, but I'm not really hurt type shit. How many times are we gonna keep recycling the same shit, WWE?
Okay.
And
Okay, I see what you're saying.
it devalues Oba's win. It devalues his whole WrestleMania moment.
It devalues the moment, and again, you just pulled the Seth Rollins moment again. I'm hurt, but I'm not really hurt. I'm retired, but I'm not really retired. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And now what? Like, I get it. Now and this is, I feel bad for Obafemi because he is the superstar that they want him to be. But it's like you already cleaned the house with Brock. Why? This does nothing. Another thing for you means nothing.
So now here's my question. Okay, you brought back Lesnar on Monday. How are you gonna make fucking Obafemi look good? Losing or winning, losing. How are you gonna make him look good losing now? Because you can't give us two, like, Oba gets a win, Lesnar gets a win, and then we're gonna have a third match.
So what I do is the way I write it, if I'm doing it because ideally all we're trying to do is we're trying to get to another month. So we're trying to get to July. This is what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to get to July. No. I need July because I need July and August to build the next match.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I need that. If the plan was for Brock to retire at SummerSlam versus Gunther or whoever, I need those month and a half, 2 months to build that. So I'm trying to get to July, and this is just kind of something for. I don't know how they do this, but I mean, Oba loses in a protected way. To where maybe it's just Brock realizing I can't beat him right now. So, he gets disqualified and beats Oba down with a chair or do something crazy like that. Oba loses in a protected or wins in a protected way. That way you still keep it going or whatever. I don't really see the point in continuing this story. But if that's how I'm going to write it, you need to protect Oba. And then again, give him something to do. Because this open challenge just isn't. What's next for that? What's next? I mean, like, it's good, but what's next after it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the story that I'm going to care about?
But here's the funny part of it. What they did with Oba last Monday, he comes out and he says, Adam Pearce comes out and says, we don't have anybody. The open challenge is canceled. So he goes in the back, gets Garza and the other guy.
That's crazy.
And then drags him out, beats the shit out of him, and then that's how it ends. And then this week, he's standing there in the ring doing his pose, and all of a sudden you just see Lesnar. You just proven to us for 2 weeks that this open challenge is not going to work. Stop doing it then. Because what are you going to do next week? Oh, you're going to do the same shit? Lesnar's going to come back and they're going to brawl in the fucking in the arena now? Like, come on.
When's the next PLE? Is that Saturday Night Main Event? Or what's after Saturday Night Main Event?
Crash in Italy. Clash in Italy.
Okay, Clash in Italy. All right, so like more than likely we're gonna get Brock Oba again for Clash in Italy. You gotta remember TKO's involved. It's about money and selling tickets. Oba and Brock 2 sells tickets. You gotta remember this. Okay, this is all they're trying to do is sell tickets.
Biggest main event rematch or biggest rematch in the history.
So it sells tickets. Okay, cool, whatever. I don't really care. But it's going to sell tickets. That's what they're trying to do for Italy. And And then after Clash in Italy, we're going to start. I think we're going to kind of start seeing the seeds being laid for SummerSlam.
Well, don't
Um,
forget we also have Money in the Bank. I forgot
that's
about that pay
interesting.
per view.
Yeah, that's interesting.
They need to get rid of
Um,
that.
I don't think they would do anything with Brock for during Money in the Bank.
No,
no, he's going to be. He'll be a Clash in Italy, and then again, I don't know how you're going to. If Gunther's over on SmackDown, everything is just a clusterfuck right now. So I don't know how we're going to do all this.
Nah, I need, you know, I would love a oh my god. Now imagine they brought a Survivor Series where we actually have Raw versus SmackDown again. That would actually make.
I would love it. Stop with this war game shit.
Nah, if we're gonna do War Games, then include NXT because I want to see everyone beat the shit out of each other.
Don't we
All right,
all?
I have a wild idea for NXT, and
Okay.
I don't think it's that wild. Actually, to be honest with you, you know how NXT was just really kind of pilfered of all its major talent for the most part, and it's all pretty much on the main roster.
Yeah.
Um, but so now you're like, who? Like Javon Evans could have been the guy in NXT for the next year,
Okay.
but whatever. So like, I had the idea of you have a bunch of other things right now that you're doing. So like, let's take NXT, and now we make NXT the official third full brand. And now you leave main event and evolve or whatever else as your strictly your developmental territories. Leave them to develop, wrestle veterans like Joaquin Phoenix and those other guys. Like you learn down there in main event and evolve or LFG, whatever they're doing, and you
Or
have NXT.
Raw and LFG.
Then you get then what happens is you have three major brands that you can give TV time to all of not only your young superstars that you have, but it gives everybody more TV time in general. So you know what I'm saying? Guys who are in catering who ain't got no business being in catering, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragon, like those level guys. Now we're on NXT. We're moving. NXT is now its third only respectable brand. You put somebody over there who can really elevate. So let's say you take, you could have did this with Division. You could have had Seth Rollins and Division take over NXT, and Seth Rollins is building NXT and his image to be that brand now. Like it isn't Raw, it isn't SmackDown, it's the future. It's NXT. You're going up in that way. Um,
Kind of like though when it was Black and Gold NXT, kind of.
yeah, like kind of like that, where you have somebody like a Finn Balor, go and be the ruler of NXT, and now you're getting younger guys over, but you're also just building a third brand. That's what TKO wants anyway, right? If that's what the fuck you want, that's what you do. You expand to a third brand, you give them more time to get better, and you let those and main event and LFG evolve, all that shit. Let's let them learn and develop down there. Let them keep being on YouTube how they are. But like, who the fuck is in NXT that I care about right now? I don't even know half. I mean, outside of Dark State, I don't know. I don't know anybody. Them and Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, and
That's all I know
Stacks.
in NXT. And yeah, sure. But like, Fatal Influence called up to the main roster. Javon, Trick, Oba, all at once. Ricky Stark. Ricky, by the way, they are hating Ricky. How do you guys feel about Ricky Saints? Because they are hating this man.
Because here's why. Because it's like you don't give you're not giving your audience a sense of for the people that don't know him, that have only watched WWE and don't know him, you kind of fucked him in a way.
I agree. I will agree with you 100%. I
Because
do
if
agree
you're
with
not
you.
gonna if you're not gonna give us a vignette, if you're not like if you're not gonna give us like we need a roster on SmackDown. We don't you don't have a roster on SmackDown. You have one, but it's like clown number one is gonna face clown number two. Like, who?
Hey, listen. I love me some Trick Williams. Okay, I do. I love me some Trick Williams. I'm a Trick guy, but I'm also a Carmelo Hayes guy. And let me tell you something. Before WrestleMania, Carmelo Hayes was carrying SmackDown on his back, week in and week out, putting on bangers of matches with whoever, and was carrying SmackDown single handedly for a good month and a half leading into Mania. For him not to get a WrestleMania match was crazy to me.
I
But
feel
you
like
have these guys, you have the talent. They just don't know how to write, and they don't know how to book shit right now. But they know where to put that fucking Slim Jim logo.
yeah,
Yep.
cause that's the 51% right there.
They know where they know where to put these fucking logos, man.
Yeah, straight up
They
their ass.
know
That's where they should put them.
they
They
know where to put these logos. They know how to ruin our. You know what? Having I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. If you are watching on TV, you need to see that wrestler's entrance.
Yeah.
I don't want wrestlers coming out during the entrance. Okay? I don't care who it is. I don't give a fuck if it's Ivy Nile. Okay? You show me her damn entrance. Because that's how you start to get
No,
to
but
know a person.
that's the other problem too, is the ads.
The ads are crazy. Like, there's no reason. Hey, bro, like, remember when they signed Javon Evans and they had that happen during a commercial break?
I was like, wait, who the fuck is this guy? Like literally, like that was literally my thing. I was like, who the fuck is this guy signing a contract?
like,
And then we come back and it's like, oh yeah, Javon Evans. It's like, wait, what?
why is Javon Evans signing a contract on a commercial break? Why am I missing Dominic Mysterio's entrance?
Because nobody
Please
gives a
tell
fuck
me
about
why.
him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
and then the picture in picture too. I'm sorry, but I've been over it for both brands. Like for both promotions. Like I hate picture in picture ads. Like why
I
the
don't
fuck?
like picture ads either. But
No,
hold on, Anthony, are you also a Dominic Mysterio hater?
no. I'm
Oh, okay.
talking
Whew.
no. I mean, I mean, I hate him. I hate him because he's a heel. But as an
Okay.
athlete,
Oh, you like him in a baby face?
no, 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 no. As an athlete, I respect him.
Case,
He's doing. Here's the thing. His job as a heel is to make you hate him.
yes,
That's
and he
what it
does great at
is.
it. He's
Amazing.
Yes.
fantastic.
Contenders.
He's amazing. And also the thing about Dom, and this is what I love about Dom. Dom is he's not Eddie Guerrero in the ring, but name five people who are. Um, he's not that, but you know what I like about Dom is that he realized I'm not that big, or like I'm not that strong, I'm not that fast, I can't do. There are certain things he can't do in the ring, but man, his ring psychology is
Is
off the fucking
yeah,
charts. His
definitely.
psychology is
I
off the
agree.
charts. And that is 90% of it. Like, to be able to believe. And then every once in a while, he'll do something to surprise you. And you'll be like, oh shit, I didn't know Dom had that in his bag.
I mean, that match he did with AJ Styles where he pulled the whatever it was out of his boot.
Great, hilarious. like I'm a big Dom. I'm a Dominic Mysterio guy. Um, best roster in WWE, by the way. I mean, man's had Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I mean, how could you?
Man, but what's funny is people forget who he was under first. He was with Ray,
Yeah, of course he
and
was.
I mean, that's great.
and he had several matches with Rollins in the beginning of his
Yeah,
career. Like he
he's
learned.
he's really smart. Dom is incredibly
Yeah.
smart. He knows how to be a good heel.
Hmm.
Um, and you know what? If that's what he's okay with, I'm okay with it. I'm a supporter of Dom, big Dom guy, big Liv Morgan guy. Love you, Liv
But
Morgan.
here's my one problem. To me, the Judgment Day thing is getting stale.
I can understand that.
It's
I can
getting
understand that.
stale.
I
Like
don't disagree with you.
it's like what 4 or 5. We've been doing this fucking Judgment Day thing for how long? 5 years.
Okay, and the bloodline is how old?
But they
It's
gave it a break.
NXT.
But they gave it a break for a year or two.
No, it did not.
Yeah,
The
the
bloodline they
bloodline.
did. They did. They let it breathe for a year.
But
They let it
with
breathe for a
Judgment
year
Day, it's
or
just been
two.
like consistent.
I, I can understand where you're coming from on that, and I don't necessarily fully disagree with you. I think if you just keep the Judgment Day as Dom, Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel, I think it's okay.
Well, yeah,
I think it's
but I
fine.
mean, what are you going to do with JD JD McNugget over there?
No, he can go. There's plates and catering.
I mean,
Like there's food and there's plates and catering. Like I don't what you
I
Not
don't
even
want
a
to put him.
McNugget though.
like there's plates and catering, man. Like,
Yeah, he could get a bunch of cheeseburgers from McDonald's. JD
you can go
McDonald's.
work.
There you go.
Honestly, you can do some work in Mexico. I don't oppose to that either. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything I myself, and this is just me, and this is probably gonna be a hot take, very hot take, and I'm okay with it. I have been having more fun watching AAA every week than I have watching Raw or SmackDown.
I can see that
I'm
because,
having more fun
but here's the
watching
thing:
AAA.
like everything with AAA is like they make every fight, every match big.
They make
You
it
get that
matter.
big fight. Yeah,
Yes,
they give you
they
that big
make it
fight feel.
matter. And but that's what wrestling is, and especially that's what luchador wrestling is. Like you're supposed to feel it, and the crowds are great. The Mexican crowds are fantastic. Like I don't like everybody raves about the England crowds everywhere else. Man, the Mexican crowds are fantastic. They are involved without being overly involved. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, so
they're
you're not like
passionate, but
us.
they let wrestlers talk. You know, like I don't have to hear that shitty soccer chant all the time.
I mean, it's just like with like I'm gonna say this. It's just like with AEW. Like when AEW was doing arenas, like every Dynamite, every pay per view that they had, it was a
Hot.
big fight feel. Like you
And
had
that's good.
like you have a Stadium Stampede match coming on for Double or Nothing, and it's like, wait, who's in the match?
Yeah,
Who the
listen.
fuck is Rick? Like who?
But you know what? It
Rick
gives
who?
you. I like AEW for that reason too because it does give you kind of still. It gives you that indie feel while being a major promotion.
Yeah,
Like if that makes
exactly.
sense. Like it gives you that indie feel and like indie fans. I love you, indie fans. Y'all need to wear more deodorant. But like I love you, indie fans. Y'all are great. Just make sure that you wear deodorant that has aluminum in it.
How about no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. The indie fans
You
need to go home, go outside, touch grass, and fucking take a shower every single day.
Yes, and then deodorant with aluminum in it. Okay, don't wear
Yeah.
no aluminum free shit to the show. Okay, aluminum deodorant. You wear all the aluminum. I want
Now that
your
does
deodorant.
not mean go home and use aluminum foil from a sandwich that
It
you
does
just
not.
fucking.
It does not. But I love you, indie fans. I love you, indie fans. I think they're rabid. They're great. It gives you that indie feel on a major promotion at AAA and AEW both do that for me. You
But
know what I'm
see, like,
saying? Their
well,
fans give me that.
well, they. It's more like when I watched AEW, like in the beginning. I don't watch it. I watch it now, but I'll watch like the episodes on on YouTube, like when they come out on YouTube.
Mhm.
You don't get it like you don't get that big fight feel anymore. Like it was like in the beginning when you were watching Dynamite, it was like you were watching like 2 hours of a UFC fight. Like because every fight was a big fight feel in
Well,
UFC, and it still is.
you know what? I can understand that take, but you know what AEW does that WWE doesn't? AEW showcases almost all of their talent. Okay?
Which is a
Like there's not a lot of guys sitting back and catering AEW. Everybody, there may be a match where you may see these two guys and maybe you don't see them for 2 weeks. But you know what? I'm okay with that because they are showing me so much talent, and they are putting guys on TV that otherwise would not be. And I
but that's
think
the
that's why
problem now is that
fans.
but that's the problem now is that the roster is so bloated that you can't
Sure,
Is it
that
really
you
though?
hear me
they have a
out
lot of they have a lot of guys on
because
AEW. They do.
if you were to watch like the beginning days of Dynamite, like you never it was like you like I felt like I was watching the Attitude Era again.
Yeah, I can understand, but also that's when they also only had like 7 guys.
No, I started watching. Well, no, they, but they still, but over the years they started accumulating so much talent,
They did
and it's
because
like,
they have to evolve. I think I get what you're saying. I think that I mean, like anything, they have to evolve. Like their pay per view, their PLEs give you big fight feel, and I'm okay with that. If your PLE is what gives you the biggest fight feel, that's what it's supposed to do. And
right.
AW's PLEs do that for me. They give you big fight feel. You can't have big fight feel every single day on TV because at that point, what's a big fight then?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
correct,
So that's
yeah,
what it comes down to.
but
It
I
can't be
mean,
big fight all the time because then what's big fight?
for me, like watching like that feud with Moxley and Omega,
Hey,
It was
what
beautiful. Like,
was
fantastic.
that?
It was
hold
fantastic.
on, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not saying that I love that. Like the first episode of Dynamite when fucking Moxley put Kenny Omega through that glass table in VIP was absolutely fucking gorgeous to watch. Like you made it something. You made every feud something. Now it's like, okay, well, we're gonna put like 14 matches on the card, but maybe like seven of them are more like Dynamite or a Collision match.
Okay, but I understand that because you need pacing though. Because what will happen is fans, and I know this as a writer, fans will suffer burnout, and that's what you don't want.
And
So
that's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. That's what I did. That's what happened to me when I was at World's End at the
yeah, you
Coliseum
got
that
burnout.
first year.
Well, that was a very long night. I understand it. So, like I said, we need to find a happy medium in
Exactly.
between the two. But I will say, I completely get it. I completely understand it. But like I understand the pacing sometimes. We have all these guys. We are trying to showcase them. Not every match can be Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. All right, some matches going to
I
be
understand that
Val
too.
Venus
I
versus
get it.
Rikishi. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like that's just that's just it. I think they're getting better again as AEW improves their writing. Which by the way, AEW, I'm available if you need a writer in your writers room. Um,
No, you don't want to work with Tony. He'll fire you in like 3 weeks.
we can certainly talk about it. But because yeah, well, AEW is not going to need me anymore because they're using AI to take my job. So fuck those guys.
No, I mean, but it's like to me, like the biggest problem with WWE is TKO.
That's the biggest problem. It's been the problem,
That's
and TKO has blatantly said we don't give a fuck.
yeah.
So the best way, honestly, I haven't been watching as much Raw and SmackDown. I peeped the highlights over the past couple of weeks, but like until they start giving me a better product, I'm okay watching NXT and AAA.
I mean,
I'm
Smack.
cool
I
watching
mean, I
AAA
mean,
right
I
now.
I don't
Like
I really don't watch SmackDown only because like I have band practice on Friday nights, and when I watch it, I'm at band practice.
yeah,
But
I'm
when I
usually at
can
a
watch it
comedy
on,
club, so like I
That
feel you.
doesn't sound productive, though.
say that again.
That doesn't sound productive if you watching SmackDown and playing the drum at the same time. Like,
Yeah, no,
No,
it's
I
hard.
can't watch it. I
I
don't
be
watch
wanting
it.
to watch. I be wanting to watch, but I'm usually in a comedy club on a Friday night, so I don't have the time on Friday nights to catch it. But
I mean,
man,
but for me, like with Raw, there's some substantial stuff on Raw, some storytelling on Raw that I like, that I'm enjoying. Like this whole thing with, I mean, yeah, Roman and fucking Jacob Fatu. I think
I
the
like it.
storyline's pretty.
I enjoy it.
I'm
I
liking
enjoy it.
that.
I enjoy that a lot. I do. I really enjoy that a lot. I think the problem is, and this is a TKO problem, like you stated. The problem with TKO is they're only really invested in the biggest stars. So
Yes.
Cody, Roman, Punk, and then after that, it's a big drop off. And they want the superstar, but they don't want to build the superstar. You get what I'm saying? Like Javon Evans is going to be a superstar at some point, but you got to put that in the crock pot and let it slow cook.
Yeah.
You gotta let that thing cook to perfection. It's going to happen, but TKO is like if we don't have all Flash in Italy is going to be is Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, superstar, Roman and Jacob, superstar, kind of star, Cody and whoever, superstar. All they care about
I
is the
don't think
superstar.
Cody's on. I don't think Cody's going to be on the card.
You don't think so?
No, I think they're going to wait for Cody. I think they're going to do like Cody they're going to wait to do Cody at SummerSlam.
I'll be honest, that punt from Randy at Mania should have been giving Cody a break. Because Cody needs a break.
He just had a
Or
kid
you're
too.
going to, or they're going to break Cody or they're going to tire the fans of him. And I think that is starting to happen. I think the fans are
Well,
starting
wait
to
a
get
minute.
a
Wait a
little
minute.
annoyed. I want to
Wait
see
a
some
minute.
heel
Hold
Cody,
on.
man.
Hold
I
on.
want to
Hold
see
on.
heel
Hold on.
Cody.
That's
Hold
not
on.
happening.
First of all, no, that's not going to happen because then Cody's their money draw. But you
I get it.
said that. But you said that Orton's coming back in June.
Kevin Owens will be back in June.
Owens, well, what about Orton?
Orton, I still haven't heard the definitive time.
Because the only thing that I could think of is that they're going to bring back Orton at a certain point before SummerSlam, and we're going to get that rematch. We're going to get that rematch. But here's my problem. Why is it every year, every fucking year since TKO came on? a match would suck at fucking Mania. Like that's last year with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. That match was awful
Oh
at
yeah,
Mania.
I understand.
Retirement was awful.
And then you redo it at SummerSlam. Like you can't do what you can't do that.
It's TKO. They're at the big four. They are going to have the biggest stars, and that's just going to be that. Um, while I agree, Cody is their moneymaker. Cody moving merch, and Cody is doing things. But man, for his character,
Going still.
that Cody needs to turn heel. Cody,
Not
Cody turning heel will be what John Cena's heel turn should have been.
no, it's not because they're gonna write his heel turn just as shitty. I feel after what they
But
did. I
hopefully Cody
have
has enough
I'm
creative
gonna say this
control.
right now. I have no faith in Cody's heel run with TKO after Cena's because what they did
I
with Cena last year was a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah, I I called for a John Cena heel turn for about 12 years,
I think everybody has.
and I
But you
remember
missed the mark. There's a
I
such thing as
remember
missing the mark.
yeah they did 100%. Like if they listen, now the moment for Cody's heel turn was epic. It was great. It was a great moment. The execution of the rest of the heel turn, not so much.
I
Yeah,
for Cena, I mean the heel turn for Cena, like yeah, the execution of it was great, but it was like what did you do for Cena after that?
yeah. Listen, the
Nothing.
execution
And then
afterwards was
June, July, you realize, oh, we fucked up. You know what? Let's turn him babyface, and then have him be this nice, excited babyface now, and he could gain the
yeah.
fans like it. What? Like no, you
They
fucking
should have done it
fucked.
earlier. And but you know what? Here's the thing, and this I'll be honest with you. In the beginning, those beginning promos with Cena, I loved the first couple of promos with heel Cena, and I'll tell you why. Because it was believable. Him to say his frustration, like, was really kind of how he felt. Like, hey man, I can't eat dinner in peace without you people coming up to me and going, "You can't see
Oh
me."
God,
Like,
I'll agree
I
to that.
understand. If you're John and you really feel this way, then you 100% go for it. Hey, you people don't get to say never give up with me anymore because y'all was booing the shit out. He could have went with the Rock did when he was like, y'all said die Rocky die. Y'all don't get to sing with me.
But even okay, but even with that
But
shit,
they didn't.
you had Rock come out, come out.
Let's all right. Let's not talk about that anymore because that's really bad. The rest of it was really bad. It wasn't good.
But
Okay.
but here's the thing. I have here's what I'm going to say now. Cody, I have no. I want Cody to do his thing, and I know that he would do it. But I don't trust creative with him. I don't trust
I,
creative with Cody
I
turning
agree
heel.
with you. I agree with you on this. I 100%. I do agree with you on this. I don't think TKO would write that very well. Um,
Because it's going to be child. It's literally going to be like child's play on the playground. That's what it's going to
it,
be.
yeah, I don't.
I
I
don't
don't think
like your
there. I don't.
shirt. I don't like your shoes. I don't like your pants. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bully you for the rest of this 15-minute promo. Like, fuck
Yeah,
off.
I don't agree with. I don't disagree with you, man. I don't. I don't have any faith in them either on this. What do y'all want to talk about?
Sorry.
I
I tend
mean,
to go on
listen,
tangents
man.
a little bit.
Before we get into because we kept saying AAA, and I think my mask for mask match is in jeopardy still.
I
Let's
don't
hope
think
not.
so.
But before
Yeah, I
we
don't think so
do
either.
that,
This
wait,
might be.
before,
This might be. See, I saw a news report come out with, oh yeah, the match that was scheduled for tonight. It's like, no, the match is scheduled for March for May
May
30th.
30th. Yeah.
I don't think it's in jeopardy. They may let Ludwig, like they may let Kaiser do this whole build into this match, do the match, and then they may just fine him or suspend him. They may do one of those two.
Hey, let's remember, Liv Morgan got a DUI. She's still with the company. Other people have done shit. They're still with the company. Who Ludwig, and I don't know what he has to do with El Grande Americano, sir. I don't know who that.
No, El Grande,
But
he's you have the original, which is Chad Gable.
yeah, who is that? I don't know who the original is. We don't know that for
Chad
sure.
Gable. No, it's Chad Gable.
see, this is why we can't have nice things. We're always just gonna ruin it. Fuck
It's
kayfabe.
allegedly,
None, Look at
allegedly
the
Chad Gable.
physique of the fucking guy, for Christ's sake.
Allegedly,
Look at the look at the look at the physique. It's
allegedly
Chad
Chad Gable.
Gable. No, it's not
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
allegedly.
allegedly Chad Gable. I
And
need,
Yeah,
allegedly
my
I need.
Ludwig
ass.
Kaiser.
When the mask comes off and that man's Chad Gable, I'll believe.
But
I
but we all know
know.
Ludwig Kaiser's the other Grande Americano.
We
We all know
don't
it.
know that. This man's been wrestling for hundreds of years in Mexico. You don't know.
But here's the thing:
Allegedly, Ludwig
you
Kaiser.
no, it's not. Okay,
Anthony,
you're
you know
frustrating
you're
me,
the
man.
reason. You're the reason. You're helping kill kayfabe. Okay, you're doing it. You're
It's been dead for the last 20
So
years.
why? But why continue? We all. But then here's the thing, though, right? Like you're being the fan that we talk about, where we talk about killing kayfabe. We're not happy we're killing kayfabe, but we're still killing kayfabe. We're adding on
yeah.
to it.
Kayfabe's dead.
But
It's
why?
been
So
But
wait,
dead.
Anthony, let me ask you something. Do you? I have a hard time doing it sometimes, but I have to remember that like when I'm not a writer, when I'm not watching anything the live book, I remember that like at the heart of this, I'm a fan. At the heart of all this, I'm a fan. And I think one of the things that I have to remember that more when I'm watching a match. When you have it happened to me a couple months ago. But like when we're watching CM Punk versus Roman at WrestleMania, right? We
Right.
all kind of know Roman's going to win this match, but
Yeah.
man, that ability when you're watching two guys suspend that belief for just a second that you go, oh shit, there it is, Punk's gonna win this shit right here, and then it's that close from it not happening.
See,
That
but that's
part
what
of
I
being
but
a
that's what I
fan is
enjoy
still
though.
magical. Like I think you still have to let that magic be there. I think you still have to believe. Yes, we know it's bullshit, but like we still have to believe in it for it to be as special as it is.
and you a Jets
Like,
fan, you should know. You still
oh
believe
Jesus, Anthony,
Wait, what?
you
you're
a
a
Jets
Jets fan.
fan, aren't you?
I don't watch football.
Oh,
Oh no, that was Hazel. My bad.
Yeah.
whew, whew, whew. But yeah, man, you gotta let that. You gotta let that.
You're
You
gonna
gotta
give
let that
Eric a
shit. Like you
fucking
gotta.
heart attack the first time he's on the street.
Yeah, man, you gotta suspend that and just like we know, sure, we know, okay, I know, I know that Randy Orton really didn't break what's his name neck when he punted him, but damn it, like the part of me that's a fan loves that shit. I love the soap opera. Okay, I absolutely love it. Like I know that behind the mask is a man. That's probably German, and at one point was cracking
White.
Tiffany Stratton, and is
You
now cracking the Mexican announcer. We know, all right, but like what? Like it's fun. It's fun watching you get mad to say this is allegedly Ludwig Kaiser. Okay, I
There's
don't know who that Chad Gable imposter is. Okay, like sure, yes, we know Julius and what's his name is now Julio and Bruto. We know this, but damn it, who are they? Who are these masked men?
I like this guy.
yeah, so do I.
You just gotta, you just gotta have fun with it still, man. At the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. And I think we as fans, I mean, Katie, you sound like you were talking about it before. I think we as fans allow the fun to get taken out of it. And like we try to guess the matches too much, or we try to get on the dirt sheet, or try
Well,
to
because
predict
see,
what's going to happen.
well, here's my thing. Like
We gotta let the fun happen, man.
we gotta like the thing is what I enjoy is matches that are unpredictable.
Yeah,
That to me is more like with the Roman Reigns Punk match. They made it so unpredictable that you had I didn't know that Roman was gonna. I thought Punk was gonna retain. I literally
and
I felt that
it made you
watching
believe
that
it for a
match.
second.
Yeah,
It made you believe, even though you knew in your heart of hearts Roman was going to win this match because they were going to do
I know.
something
I
different.
clearly had no idea. In my
But
mind,
but
I literally no. I'm being honest. Like clearly in my mind, I was like, "Who the fuck is going to win this?" They made this
man,
so unpredictable that we had no idea.
and that's the beauty. Hey, when I'm watching Io and Asuka at Backlash,
That made
Oh
me
my
and
god!
I'm
cry.
like, man, I don't know who is going to win this match between these two women. And I'm on record. I have stated this 100 times, and I will continue to beat this drum. Io Sky is the best wrestler in the world, and I don't know that it's particularly close right now. Like male or female, she's the best wrestler in the world. I don't know that it's close. That's how good she is. But watching Asuka, who in her own right is one of the best women to ever do it, and you're just like, man, I don't know who's gonna. I don't shit. They did. I had a ball watching that match. Just a ball watching it and loving it, having a great fucking time as a fan. Not knowing who was going to win. I thought EO more than like who was going to win it to end the feud, but like just for a second, Asuka had you believe she's going to win, and that's the beauty of wrestling, man. We still got to buy in as fans, and still, I think Jacob should win the title from Roman. I think you should shock us. I think they
Oh,
should shock us.
we we
I
The
need
Ufalafa.
we need a Fatu win though.
I do need a fight to win because I don't know where you go with it after this. Um, I don't know where you go after this. I don't. I have no idea. But I'm I'm happy seeing Roman, around a lot more. I'm
Yeah,
happy
about
seeing him around more. Um, but like I'm a Jacob Fatu guy. I'm also okay. I
Choo!
know this. It's gonna be hard to believe. I'm also a Solo Sokoa guy. I am a big Solo Sokoa guy. Solo is
okay.
hilarious.
All right. Wait a minute. I got to ask you this because I'm a solo fan myself. For me, I'm not a fan of the MFT thing. I'm not a fan
Yeah,
of
I
it.
can be done with that. I can be done with that. To be honest with you, we already are because we got rid of pretty much everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so I mean, you we already kind of seen Solo and Jacob together. I don't really know. Um, but man, like, I'm so I'll pitch this idea now, and I'm okay with it. Somehow, some way, we get Roman beats Jacob, gets Jacob to acknowledge him and kind of join the bloodline, and they're like, hey, you know, we one short. We missing somebody. We need to go get Solo, and Solo is the last
No, no,
remaining
no, 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 no,
family
no.
member standing.
If you're gonna talk about another fucking bloodline war games match,
No, no,
I'm
no, no.
gonna
I
say,
don't need a
oh,
war games
okay.
match. I don't need a war games match. This is Solo on his own against Roman
Thank
and
you.
winning this time. And winning this time. I don't need it. I don't need nothing else. I need Solo being the ultimate underdog and shocking the world and beating Roman Reigns. Because boy, would it put a rocket on Solo's back, and not only that, it would elevate. It would elevate the entire story. It elevates the entire
Well,
story.
hold on. I actually, I might have a better idea. Hear me out with this one.
All right, talking.
So we get Roman and Fatu.
Yeah,
Fatu loses. Cody comes out on SmackDown, starts completely losing his shit Jacob loses his shit on Cody. You got a Cody, you know,
Another rematch?
they only wrestled once, didn't they?
Twice.
Roman and Cody.
No, no,
No.
no.
They
No,
make
no, no, no. Cody and Fatu.
okay. All right, we get where are we going at the Cody and Fatu though?
Well, what I'm saying though is you have the bloodline backing him now. He joins a bloodline with Roman and Jay and Jimmy. And then you have Cody, Cody and Cody and Fatu. I had an idea. I had something going on in my head, and I just
So
completely.
you want Fatu to maybe beat Cody, and then the Bloodline has both titles on both brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
Hmm.
sure, you could do something like that. You know what that road leads back to? Another Roman Cody match at Mania. I don't need a third one right now or anytime soon. That's where that road leads right back to. That's how you get
Well,
another
hold on.
Bloodline war game.
But
That's how you get it.
but oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, that's exactly how we get back to Cody and the Bloodline at War Games again. That's exactly the road we go down. That's where that road leads. Not a terrible idea, but I don't think Jacob needs the Bloodline to do that. I think on its own, that's a good story. I don't think the Bloodline needs to be involved for that. But I do see Solo finally being the only member left, doesn't have Jay and Jimmy. And then when they say, hey man, you know what, this bloodline could be yours. And Solo rejects the idea. No, I did this on my own. I don't need y'all. I don't need y'all. Like for Solo, it's just him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Before.
then they lose faith in Roman. They like, hey, you couldn't even be our little brother. You want us to follow you? Boom, boom, boom. Now, eventually down the line, maybe you get a Jay Uso Solo Sokoa match or something like that. But at a certain point, this bloodline is going to run its course and it's going to be done for. It just has to be befitting of who it does. Because I think Roman said he's done in a couple of years.
I believe it. He
Roman
wants
said
to.
Roman's done in a couple of years,
Well,
and I don't blame him.
here's something like. I mean, I feel like if you could really like, for me, I honestly think you should put Jacob Fatu in there. You have
I don't have a
you
problem
have
with
the
it.
Usos, you have the Usos, you have Roman, and then you have Jacob, right? Build Jacob because you're putting Jacob Fatu with three other guys that are very credible and that have a name in this business.
But he needs to build his own name, and
I don't say
But
Jacob.
but what you're
I
doing
get it.
though, but what you're doing though, Katrina, with that is if you're putting him in that faction in the bloodline. If you're putting Jacob Fatu in the bloodline, look at what it did for Jay and Jimmy when the bloodline first started coming up. It gave them more of a credible. It gave them people started separating Jay and Jimmy. People,
I see where you're coming from.
but they
But I also see where Katrina's coming from.
they sep-
I think Jacob has enough aura on his own that like it still almost doesn't make sense
like
for
people
him
ask for
to
him to
be
go.
in the bloodline. Yeah, like I just like I'm at, so like this is the thing. Jacob is the monster. Jacob's kind of like that small werewolf. He's unpredictable. And that unpredictability, if you put that on a leash and put it into the bloodline, it ruins all aura of his character.
That's why him being an MFT when he or whatever it was when Solo had his bloodline, it didn't work because
Because Jacob's aura is too big alone for him to be held down.
but
Not well, to say
what
to be
I feel
held
like
down
this
by
is
that group.
doing, but what I feel that this is doing right now is that's what I'm feel. I have a feeling. I mean, I may be wrong. My feelings may be wrong on this, but my feelings are like you're building this up for Jacob Fatu to join the bloodline.
They listen. I'm gonna be honest. They very may well be going in that direction because they trying to reheat that soup. And to be honest with you, I'd hate that for them. I think we need newer storylines, newer things. Jacob, again, the simplicity of the story here versus Jacob versus Roman. You have that title. I need that because I want to feed my family better. I need that because I want to be more successful. I want to be at the top. That's the gist of this. That's a simple want versus need. You have it, I want it. I'm gonna stop at nothing to get it.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
get family be damned, bloodline be damned, whoever be damned. You have it, I fucking need it.
yeah.
It's simple.
Because,
Keep that
but
storyline
also,
going there.
there was something that Jimmy said too that was very telling, and I don't know if something's kind of starting to click with Jacob, but he was like, "Dude, you don't have to go after the title to get that money, so you could feed your family, so you could do this, so you could do that." He like, just join us. But he's probably so fucking hell bent on that title. I mean, I'm sorry that title, Roman Reigns should not be holding that title. He is too to me. I'm sorry, for me, he's too above that.
But that's why you need it because he's elevating it. You need to
Right, but
elevate it.
also, if you were to put it on Jimmy, on Jacob, and give him that kind of aura to where he could be in the bloodline with Roman and Jay, but also kind of be himself. But like being hold on. How can I explain? Like he could like be in the bloodline, but not be in the bloodline. Like if they need, like if he needs backup, that's his backup. Roman, Jay, and Jimmy are his backup.
But see,
He
that's
doesn't
already
have to
built in.
necessarily. He doesn't have to
But see,
necessarily be a member of the
right, but that's already
bloodline.
built in because they're family. You know what I'm saying? So that's the easiest connection to a uncle, uncle. I need you. You know what I'm saying? That's as simple
Right.
as the connection as it gets. So like adding the bloodline to it, sure, it makes sense, but like again, I don't really need to be in a faction. I need y'all to be family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
And that's
cool.
where I'm
Jacob
trying to go
saying,
with it.
yeah, but his character right now was saying, fuck family. I don't care about none of that. I only care about that title. And that's what gives him the aura. It's that unpredictability. I'm telling you, once you collar the beast loses its aura. You know what I'm saying? Like that once you collar it, it loses its aura. You know what I'm saying? When they first turned Jacob face, he lost a bit of that aura. You know what I'm saying? When he first turned face on SmackDown, he lost a bit of it. It knocked some of the wind out of him, out of his character, because he was trying not to be as unpredictable or a little bit too friendly. When you take that away, the aura goes with it. So we don't want that for Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And now, like again, the only way you really having you protect him in losses, because you protected him in the Roman win because Roman cheated to win. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the angle that Jacob needs to start attacking. Is, hey man, like he is still not the good guy in all of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all following this dude, and he's not the good guy in this scenario. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing these dastardly things to win, and he is just going to portray y'all like he always has. He is just going to leave y'all under the hang like he always has. But if y'all come over with me, you know what I mean? Like then you because Jay is becoming more and more combustible by the week, it seems like. So like you need to start attacking those bubbles to poke that hole. Because I'll be honest, we can get rid of the bloodline. We can do it. Roman doesn't need it.
No, we don't. I
Roman
don't know.
doesn't. Roman doesn't need it. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy and Jay don't need to do it. The only reason Jimmy back on TV is because he got Naomi pregnant. We can't trust you at home. We leave you at home, and this is what Montez. You get your ass back on TV too, because we can't trust
because you
at
fucked
home.
up the women's division right now.
Jimmy, the most selfish motherfucker I've never seen.
Nah, bro.
Naomi got that title and had a rocket put on her back, and they was like pregnant.
I mean, it's just like,
the same with
but see,
Bianca.
like, you can't. The thing is they put Jimmy and Jay and Jimmy back together because not because of that, but it's what are we gonna do with Jimmy? They can't do shit with Jimmy because Jimmy. I don't want to say it like this. I don't want to say it like this, but I'm gonna say it like this. He's like the fucking Marty Jannetty with him and Shawn Michaels.
I get where you.
I don't want to say
understand
that because I love
a little far.
A
little far on that one.
No, it's true though because well, I mean, to me, if you would have just let Jimmy do his thing as a solo, I'm sure that guy could be afloat. But here's the problem. TKO and their fucking dumbass creative up there, they don't know jack shit on what they're sitting there go, what do we do with Jimmy?
I mean, ChatGPT.
What do we do?
Jimmy could have had a plate and catering. Okay, that's all Jimmy needed, a plate and catering.
He doesn't, but he should not have a plate and catering. That guy should be on fucking TV.
Really?
You do not
like.
But see,
Jimmy
here's the thing.
Want Jimmy
but
as a
here's
solo
the other
star?
thing. But here's the thing. You want to have Jimmy still have a job. You got to put him with Jay.
Yeah, well, that's it. Then we'll put y'all. Honestly, we tried Jay by himself too. Okay, and Jay by himself proved to not work.
Or just have Jimmy be like, like the like his like that manager type role.
But not everyone's meant to be a manager.
Yeah. You want Jimmy Uso to be MVP?
What I'm saying is Jay Uso is not a tag team guy anymore. He is not.
Yes, he is.
Not anymore. No. Let's face it. Once he fucking started that solo run,
no.
All right,
That is,
so I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say he is, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, because again, the inability to wrestle more than 10 minutes on your own is what made him go back to the tag team division. Jay's inability to be in proper shape, to not get gassed after doing your yeeting for 10 minutes, to not get
But that
blown
was
up
the
after
other
being in
fucking
wrestling for
problem.
5 minutes. But that
That
was
was the other
Jay's fault.
problem.
That was Jay's fault. You had
But that's what I'm
you had all this
saying.
other stuff. It was great. But like Jay as a single star, Jay is much suited as a wrestler to be a tag team superstar, at which he has been for his entire career because you can take
I
breaks.
honestly think that this guy, what Jay has to do is start fucking practicing, or running the ropes more. Go to the performance center. The guy
Jay
can
40
be a
years old,
fucking
man.
singles. He could be a
Jay
singles wrestler. He should be a singles
40 years
wrestler.
old, man. Jay's
how old
40
is
years
Okay,
old. He's
okay.
not he
And Rock it was doing this till he was how old?
Rock people forget how short The Rock was really a full-time active wrestler. Not how long The Rock was a full-time active wrestler? 7
What
how?
years.
was it like?
7 years. 7 years. That's how long his career was as a full-time active wrestler before going to Hollywood. And after he went to Hollywood, he was no longer full-time anymore. But he was a full-time wrestling every single week wrestler for 7 years. Jay is way past. Jay is more than double that at this point. Jay is almost 40 years old. His conditioning is his condition. It don't matter how much you've seen how much Jay work out. Jay still got that pudge. He still got that pudge. Don't matter how much he work out, he can't. It's just there. That pudge is there. He's not getting in much better shape than what he's in. He can run all the ropes he wants. Getting in that ring and being in that shape is way different, and it's way easier when you've been conditioned to be a tag team star for so long. You can take a 3 to 4 or 5 minute break before getting tagged back in, so you can catch that breather. You don't have to wrestle for 12 to 15 minutes straight. You know what I'm saying? It's much harder to change that at 40 when you've been conditioned that way your whole career than it is to say when you're 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Jay would have started out as a single star and then went into the tag team division, he'd probably be able to handle his conditioning a little bit better. Obafemi's going to have to learn how to get his conditioning up too, because they want him to be the main eventer superstar that he's going to be. He's going to have to learn how to wrestle for 8 minutes by himself without getting blown up, and at a main event speed.
How long
I've
was
only
that
seen
match?
Oba
Wait. How long was that match with him and Starks?
maybe 15 minutes,
He could do it. He could. He
maybe
could.
15. Yeah. Now double it. Now go from 15 to 30. Whole different ball game.
But the problem is though with that, which I'll say is you. Then this is what you need to stop. You need to stop doing exactly that. Stop putting him in these like feuds or these matches that are just like 3 to 5 minutes.
He'll get there. He'll get there. He needs time, and it's okay. Him trick. All of them need time, and they will develop it. But that's the only flaw I see in Obafemi's game right now, is that
Well,
he's going to have to learn how
this
to
is
wrestle
why
more
I
than 10
feel.
minutes.
But well, this is why I feel that doing these house shows now are beneficial.
It'll help. It'll help.
Yes. I mean, I
It'll
feel
help.
like, put Obafemi against, a main eventer, like a main event guy, either Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, like put him in the ring with guys like that
I think
to where he
we'll
could
get there.
go.
We'll get there. It doesn't have to be right now. It can be within the next year. I think we'll get there. But like, the house shows are definitely going to be beneficial. There's another reason why I don't cut Jay that bail, because Jay, you came up in the era where we had those fucking house shows, buddy. We had several of them a week, okay? And your
And they were
conditioning is
chilling.
still trash. Like, your conditioning was trash then, it's trash now. But no, Jay's great. Listen, his run was what it runs. He's hotter than fish grease with the fans, and sometimes that's the pinnacle of where you're going to reach. Okay, he tried at the top card. Jay's more of a mid card tag team guy, and that's okay because we need them. We need your first, second, third matches. Okay, we need your mid card guys. We need your mid card tag teams. We need all of that. Okay, everybody serves their purpose. Okay,
And
everybody serves their
I'm gonna
purpose.
just say this to go on a different topic for a second because
Well, we
I
only
just
got
feel like
9 minutes left because it's almost 10 o'clock. So
okay.
But yeah, go ahead, go for it.
No, I mean, I just feel like with both promotions, there's a lot of there's too many titles for both promotions.
AEW has a lot. AEW does. I will say for sure AEW has a lot of titles. Me personally, I'm a very now for your brands. I understand it. Okay, like the problem is we just don't have enough title defenses,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that's a major problem for WWE especially. But like okay, because you have your roster so big, you kind of need those titles. So you have your main title, your world title, your undisputed. You have your mid card title, which is the IC tag team, and that's it for the men's. And then you have your women's versions of the exact same things. The problem is when those titles are not being showcased enough. Like who has the women's US title right now on SmackDown? Is it Tiffany Stratton? Because I have no idea.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I thought it
That's
was
the
Julia.
problem. Julia did have it, and then I don't know. Like that's the problem. I don't know who the title is. So what does the title mean? Nobody
to
sees it.
me,
Nobody defends it. It
you
needs
know,
to be something.
you have to get rid of the Intercontinental title in the women's division. Here's why. Yes, yes,
Look at his
Becky Lynch is
face.
a wait, wait. Yeah,
The title
Becky
that Becky
Lynch.
built.
Wait a second. As great as Becky is, I am not going to fault her. This is because it's not her fault. It is not her fault. I'm not. I love Becky Lynch. I'm a Becky Lynch guy. Don't worry about it. I am
Okay.
not bashing Becky.
Yet.
But what has the company done to make that title relevant?
They gave it to Becky
can't,
Lynch.
You can't just give it to Becky Lynch or AJ Lee and then just be like, okay, yeah, it's credible. It's like you're not doing anything with the title for her.
Okay, sure. I see your latter point. I would have been much more okay if you would have said the women's US title. I think I would have been much more in agreement with that. So I would say meet me in the middle. Instead of getting both, let's get rid of the women's US title and let's have, since you're doing it anyway, everybody's all flippy floppy and it seems to be a fucking free for all.
Yeah.
That women's mid card title gets defended on both brands, and it gives you the ability to showcase women in the mid card on both brands while not being so held down to women's mid card title here, women's mid card title. Kind of what they're doing with I think they were kind of doing it with the women's tag title.
Yeah.
Where it was kind of moving between both brands, and I'm okay with that. I think your mid card title, at least one of them needs to be that
that's
way.
what you also needed. But that's what you also need to do with the men's tag titles. Get rid of. There's no reason for there to be four. None. You should have
Wait,
one
there's 4 men's tag titles?
No. I mean, I'm counting it as two title.
Okay, all right,
two. You have two different you have two different brands and two different. There's not enough of a tag division on either show.
I would agree with you on that. I could understand and would be okay with that. But I do think not just WWE, wrestling as a whole is better when the tag team division is good.
Yeah.
I
I'll
believe
agree. Yeah,
wrestling
I
as a
agree with that.
whole is better when the tag team division is good. When the tag team division is good and it is hot, boy, wrestling is really good. A great tag team match is so underrated on the card. So like, yeah, when your tag teams are good, and you have good tag teams. I mean, granted,
Yeah.
we just let go of the New Day, but like we have the Street Profits, we have Division, we have Joaquin and what's the name was going. I don't know, they doing something with them. But like we got guys in Triple I who are doing great. But Triple I's tag team division is fantastic. It is fantastic in Triple A. Like, love it all the time. When wrestling is good, their tag team division is good. So I would agree with you on that 100%. One tag team title for the women's and men's to go between each brand, I'm okay
Yeah.
with. I do understand too many titles. AEW has way too many titles for me.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my God. Women's
AEW
tag
has
team
way too
division
many titles for
titles.
me. I'm not going to
TNT
sit here and
and
criticize AEW like that. But that is one thing I did say. Like I said, I was watching it with my son and I was like, yo, well, I seem like everybody got a title.
yeah, it's too much.
There's a
It's
lot
too
of titles
much.
because there's a TBS television champion. There's this title and this title. And Katrina, what do you think about this? How do you feel about titles?
I mean, I feel like AEW also shouldn't have made so many divisions so quick, and then they acquired Ring of Honor. No, 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 not Ring of Honor.
It was Ring of Honor.
Oh, it was Ring of Honor. I'm sorry, it's
It
also
was Ring
long.
of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't utilize Ring of Honor the way they were supposed to. So not only that,
Who's the kid from Ring of Honor who is super young and was their champion? He was like 19.
Oh my God.
Nick Wayne.
Yeah.
yes,
Love that kid. Fucking amazing future. Can't wait to see what the future has over him. I think that kid's gonna be amazing. But yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, they way too many titles on AEW.
especially if
Way
we
too
don't
many
have an
titles.
actual direction for them, then
Again,
why are they there?
bad writing. That's bad writing, man. Not good writing. Tony Khan, listen to me, man. You need some writers in your rooms, buddy. Okay, I'm available. Okay, I'm available. Comedians have been writing for wrestling for a very long time. Okay, I want to be the next Patrice O'Neal. Put me in, coach. Let
Not
me cook and give y'all some great damn stories.
what I was
All
trying to
right,
ask for
I'll,
like the last 30 minutes for you to tell me about what you write for.
so I write for a couple of independent. The main one I do some stuff for out here in PA. A good friend of mine, Antonio, owns a wrestling promotion called AXW, American Excellence Wrestling. Um, got some great guys that come through there on a regular basis. Got to meet a lot of indie wrestlers. I actually do want to kind of start a podcast with young up and coming comedians like myself and independent wrestlers because there's so many parallels between us. Um, like we both do work for $50 in front of 12 people in a warehouse or a brewery or a fucking coffee shop or a bar or wherever, and we driven hours to do it, and nobody knows who we are until we're 10, 12, 13 years into the game, and you see this guy and you're like, oh my god, John Moxley's so new. No, I watched John Moxley wrestle in a warehouse in Philadelphia having a death match, getting hit with fluorescent fucking light tubes. Okay, I was
Who is
here
that
way before the
against?
WWE games. Okay, all right, I seen John Moxley, I seen Punk damn near an underground and backyard wrestling matches. So like nobody knows who they are until they're so deep into the game, and it's kind of the same with comedy. But yeah, I love writing. I love writing. Comedians write for wrestling promotions all the time. I mean, if Peter Rosenberg can fucking write for y'all, so the fucking I. Like, come on.
I like this. And if you need help producing a podcast, we produce a couple of them as it is. So
But
we can
man,
definitely
y'all got a great thing here. I like this. This is great. I don't like Anthony's Raquel Rodriguez takes, but we'll talk about that on another day.
listen, man.
Big
He compared he he blasphemized a gorgeous Latina woman, but with that
It's a
sex
big,
comment.
beautiful woman.
Whose career is useless on the main roster?
Nikki Bella.
Raquel's has a yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Nikki
they're
Bella.
both fucking useless too.
Both of
Same
them.
with Paige.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The hot take, the internet will probably destroy me for this. Paige can get the fuck on too. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care.
When are we gonna stop with the fucking eye candy though? Like that's what I feel
Paige,
like. Yeah, exactly.
Paige, I
And the
don't care.
Bella
I
twins.
don't. Yeah, I don't
Well,
care. Like, and honestly, you want to talk about like eye candy? Do I want to? Who do I want to look at more? Do I want to look at Nikki Bella or do I want to look at Jada Parker more? The answer is Jada Parker every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Okay, the answer is Soul Ruka every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Okay, like eye candy is one thing. There's some Kiana James, goddamn it, every day of the week, twice on Sunday
don't
than the
get me
Bella twins.
started on her. Do
What, you
not.
don't like her knee brace?
Oh yeah,
Ah.
Maron.
And on the next episode of the Gorilla Talk podcast. I felt that bubbling. I'm like, I felt that bubbling. We're gonna keep that for the next episode because we're gonna bring Eric back on, and then I'm
Please.
gonna switch it like this, right? So it's gonna be you versus you, and y'all could hash out your grievances.
Yeah, I feel like Kiana James does not deserve the slander that Anthony's about to give her.
No, I was not. No, I was not about to slam that. I mean,
I mean, Jey Uso is slamming it right now. That's a different story.
You know, Katrina, I don't like these allegations that you're putting out here on the internet.
Listen, man, she's the lucky one. She got Jey Uso out of all this.
Oh, you're a big Jey Uso fan too?
I mean, no, I think he's hot, but as a wrestler, I feel like they made him a solo person for nothing.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're another Jey Uso is hot girl. Okay, I see where this is going.
Of course. Am I saying no? What?
This was fun, guys. I like this. This was fun. It's a good time.
I'm so
talking wrestling with good people.
Yeah, because we try to make it different from the other shows that, like, we do reactions once in a while too, and predictions, but I want to sit there and just keep talking about Raw, SmackDown, like in the traditional sense, like what the fuck happened this week, but like actually talking about it as fans. So when you said you would be down to come and talk your opinion and you're right, I'm like, oh my god, so finally I got someone to go fight against Anthony.
Yeah. It's a good balance, man. It's like I said, I love the balance of still trying to be a writer and still trying to be a fan and not let that jade me about certain things. Also, I have a little bit more I guess you would call insight than your normal fan that probably watched Unreal a couple times and learned a couple trigger words, and now they think they know what botch means or buried or
And now we have an excuse to go. You said Philly, right?
Yeah, I'm in Philly.
So we have an excuse to go watch wrestling in Philly now.
Hey, y'all definitely do, man. But listen, when shows get put on at the old ECW arena, the 2300, y'all have to come down because it is a good fucking time. Okay, like last year AEW was there. AEW was there last year at the 2300 arena. It was a great time. NXT's been there. I've been to 1,000 indie shows at the 2300 arena. Y'all definitely have to come down. It is a good time. Hey guys, indie fans, if you're watching again, if you're going to the goddamn 2300 arena, deodorant with the aluminum in it.
Oh my god.
All right, I love y'all, but god damn. I'm gonna start selling deodorant outside of wrestling events.
Free deodorant.
I'm gonna start selling it.
Make money off it. What you mean? Fuck
Yeah.
that. You know, recession. We in Trump America. What?
I'm selling deodorant at wrestling events from now on. That's what I'm doing.
And then put the logo of the promotion on it.
Yeah, I'll put your favorite wrestler on the deodorant if it means you're gonna fucking wear it. Okay. You want this Jey Uso deodorant? You can fucking have it, but just wear it. People piss me off. But thank y'all so much for having me. I do appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you so much for being here with us. Tell everyone where they could find you for now, and where can they find the wrestling promotion you write for.
All right, so right now you can find me on Instagram, mostly just find me on AIG, TikTok, Eric Preston Comedy. You can see where I'm at. I'm at the Stress Factory Comedy Club in Valley Forge Casino every Friday and Saturday. Manager and the host there, so come on, find me. AXW, they put on, I think it's Antonio doing it monthly. No, he's doing it bi-monthly every other month in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, at the old historic Hamburg Field House. If you don't know where that is, that's where Roddy Piper cracked Jimmy Superfly stuck over the head with the coconut. Great time. It's a great place for wrestling. We also do some things in the suburbs, but man, please go support independent wrestlers because that's how those guys get the TV. Okay? That's how they get the TV. You need to go see them at the very beginning, when they're just getting started, because we don't get the next Seth Rollins or Darby Allin or John Moxley. We don't get the Javon Evanses or the Roxanne Perez's without them starting in those indie circuits, getting started really loving wrestling, like I do. Go see guys that put on shows at the Monster Factory in New Jersey, at CZW in Philly. Go see all of those independent shows. They are fantastic. I highly recommend them. Please go see them.
Man, we need to get you to New York too.
I'd love to come to New York. Where you guys at in New York?
I'm in Queens.
Okay.
I'm in Long Island.
Okay, cool. I pop up there. I pop up in New York every once in a while. Good friend of mine. I don't know if you guys ever watch MTV's Wildin' Out, but good friend of mine, Radio Big Mac from MTV's Wildin' Out, also very big Mac. Good friend of mine. I talk to Big Mac on a pretty often basis, but I text him about wrestling, and huge wrestling fan as well.
Oh no, he's
Big Mac is. Yeah, Big Mac, huge wrestling fan as well. So love talking again. But I pop up in New York. My home club, the Stress Factory, has a club in New Brunswick, New Jersey, right outside New York and everything too. So I pop up there a lot. But yeah, I definitely pop up to New York to come see y'all, man. We definitely got to get together on it.
It's funny you said Big Mac, right? And I'm gonna make this quick before Anthony and I drop our social media. But I went to the Ron Killings White Project event when he was in New York. Shout out to my friend Corporal AK, who's on the promotion team for him. So I'm with my friend. Shout out to Blackout the Rebel from the Make the Call from the Belt to Belt podcast. Our Jeopardy episode is still on YouTube. Y'all should check it out. But we're in the elevator with Big Mac, right? And I watched Wildin' Out from the beginning. And I'm like, I know for a fact that that's Big Mac, but I've also smoking outside. So I'm like, yo, blackout, that's fucking Big Mac from Wildin' Out. It's like, Katie, I know you just smoked, but you're not that hungry. We can go get a Big Mac later. I'm like, no, bro.
So that's funny as shit.
for like 2.5 hours. We're at this event. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you on everything I love, it is him from Wildin' Out. So
That's
I
funny as
just went
shit.
up and came up to him. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna probably sound like a stupid token white girl right now, and I'm so sorry by asking this. But are you that guy? And he's like, well, why would it be a stupid question? Mind you, trying to fuck with my head just in case. And I'm like, nah. So this is what it was. We were on the elevator with you. I really was saying you're Big Mac from Wild 'N Out. But he thought I was talking about me wanting a goddamn Big Mac burger. So for 2 hours I've been saying it too. Is that you? Please and put me out of my misery. He's like, it wasn't a stupid question, and yes I am. And ever since then, like I bother him on his phone. He's the sweetest person ever, and I'm so glad he's on major radio now.
Oh yeah, he's such a cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll text him and hit him up, ask him about wrestling shit. He'll do the same for me sometimes. Cool dude, man. Loving, um, super dope, super dope.
But Anthony, because I know you got the gym tonight too. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram under Anthony Loves Wrestling. Uh, Also, come and follow the other podcast I'm on, which is Wrestling with Savage.
Hell yeah.
Where you we do Monday. We mainly do Monday nights after Raw, and then we go through the everything. And Facebook, just Anthony Fuchs.
All
Sweet.
right. It's your homegirl, Katie Kaboom. You can catch us everywhere at the Gorilla Talk Podcast under Rawrrzone Media. So if you want to check out past episodes, youtube.com/at Rawrrzone NYC. Um, this episode, our reactions, everything, www.rawrzonenyc.com. Hopefully, we get Ace back sometime next week, but it's also a holiday weekend, so and it's like the prelude to his birthday, so we will see what happens. He's like Danhausen; he shows up when he wants to. Um, as for myself, at imivy.xo_. From myself, the comedian, wrestling, writing man, and Mr. Anthony loves wrestling. I bid y'all a two sweet and a good fight and a good night. Good night, guys.